No, you just tell the story.
Oh, I should start now?
Start now.
I am Mrs. Sophie Lieberman, and I was born in Bucharest, Romania,
In what year?
in year 1897.
So how old are you now?
And now I am going to be 91 March the 2nd of 1988. Right?
Right. Now what can you remember about your days as a child in Romania?
Well, my days as a childhood, I'm going to tell the truth, I was very poor.
Okay.
We were very poor. My father earned very little money. Those years, people didn't earn a lot of money. They worked hard. He was a carriage painter, and he got $12 a week.
This was in Romania?
In Romania.
Now you converted it into dollars, because the currency, do you remember what the money was called there? It wasn't dollars?
No.
Do you remember who the ruler was? Who was the ruler of Romania when you were there?
King Carol.
King Carol.
King Carol was king of Romania.
So you lived in the kingdom then?
A kingdom, but we lived, as I said, very poorly.
Right.
But we were happy. The children we went out into the yard.
You had a yard?
In a yard. And we start singing and dancing and having a lot of fun, just as children. And then we, instead of going to the grocery shopping,
they didn't have grocery stores.
So they used to come around in the yard and holler, you know, they have the fruit man is here.
What, with a horse and a buggy?
Yeah, and the walking.
Oh, walking.
And the ice man, we had ice boxes. We bought for 15 cents a piece of ice to put in the fridge, in the ice box, and to keep our food fresh. And then the men used to come around. They had 2 great big baskets across their shoulders, loaded with all kind of fruits. And all the women came out in the yard with their money in the hand, and we picked up what we wanted. And they didn't have no bags at that time, so the women had aprons. Every woman wore an apron. And they pick up their apron, and whatever they bought, they put into the apron, and that's how my mother took it into the house.
Now this is in the house in Bucharest?
Yeah,
you had a house with a yard?
Yeah, with a yard, yeah.
Right. Did you ever move from Bucharest, or?
Well, from there we came to America.
From Bucharest?
I was 6 years old.
Okay. So these are all things that you remember?
Yeah, that's the small things, yeah, that I remember. And then when I was 6 years old, we came to this country.
Who came with you?
My mother, my father, we were 7 children.
Right. And you sold a house, I guess, in Bucharest?
We had no house. It was a rented house.
So you rented an apartment with a yard?
That's right. That was the apartment.
And how did you get from Bucharest to America?
And we came by boat.
Well, how did you get to the boat? You must have taken a train to a boat.
I guess so.
You don't remember? You don't remember a train trip?
Well, I remember train, but look, 6 years old, I don't remember too much.
But you remember going to the boat?
But I remember going on the boat, and I was sick all. We sailed for 14 days.
Where did the boat leave from? Do you know?
No, I have no idea.
Was it Rotterdam or someplace? But somewhere you, 6 years old, you got on a boat.
No, we got on a boat.
Did you have a room, or what was the room like?
No, we had, you know, like they had one on top of the other.
Bunk beds or a berth?
Bunks, yeah, that we had. Well, wait a minute, no, I'm wrong. First, my father and my older sister came to America.
What was her name?
Esther.
Okay.
And they worked hard to save the money, to send us the money, to come to the country.
So you came along with your mother, yourself, and who else?
And 6 children.
Which were named?
I don't remember really. One was Becky, one was Jenny, one was Ida, one was Esther.
Now Esther was here already.
Oh, Esther was here already, yeah. And Sophie, and my kid brother Jack.
Okay, you named everybody, good.
Yeah, yeah.
So your mother was with all the kids or on the boat? By herself?
Yeah, that's right. Only one daughter that came with my father to earn a living to send us the money for us to come over, yeah. And we got out here, you were 14 years old, and the first thing we saw was the Statue of Liberty.
You do remember that?
Yes.
In the boat?
when we got off the boat.
Right. So you're 14 now. You're not 6 anymore. You came in what year?
I was 6 years old when
so
we
you were
came.
still 6. So
I was still 6, but I remember.
What year was this now? If you were born in 1897?
Yeah.
So that's already a 3 years. It was 1903. And so you were 6 years old in 1903.
Yeah.
So well, I did the addition.
All right. Yeah.
So it's 1903, and you're going on a boat, and you remember passing the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
And everybody came on deck.
Everybody came on deck, and my father and my sister, they met us. And how we got there with a horse and the carriage, I really don't know how we got to the house.
And where was the house?
I don't remember.
Was it on Stanton Street or Rivington
Oh,
Street?
when we came to America, wait. We lived on Stanton Street.
Right.
Yeah, and then we lived on Eldred Street, and then my mother moved in with me. She lived with me for 27 years when I got married.
Oh, but you're jumping ahead.
Oh,
so anyway, you
ahead.
were on Stanton Street. Was it in an apartment? Can you remember what?
No, they were all flats.
Right.
Ground floors. Yeah.
And so you went in there, and now Esther and your father were there. Was it? And then you and the 6 children. So you were 8 people altogether.
Yeah, we lived all the
9 people. You were 9 people.
7 children. That's
2,
right.
And you were 9 people in what? A 1-bedroom apartment?
Yeah.
How did that?
No, it wasn't 1 bed. Well, you know how we slept?
Let me hear.
We had a couch.
Right.
A leather couch.
Right.
And we took a few chairs and put it near the couch.
Right.
So 2 children slept.
Right.
There.
With their feet on the chair and their head on the couch.
No. Some on the chair. The couch was a narrow. One slept on the couch and one slept on the chairs. With pillows and covers.
Right.
And we didn't know any better, and we were happy. We were a very happy family, to tell you the honest truth.
What was your father's name again?
Maya.
And what did he do in this country? Was he still painting wagons?
Wagon. He was a
still
wagon
painting
painter.
wagons. Still painting
That's
wagons.
right.
So what he did in Romania, he wound up doing here.
That's right.
Right. Do you remember anything about the life on the Lower East Side? I mean, the shops, or was it carts? Did you go and buy?
I don't know. I remember that you were looking for toys to play. So we got together. We took a walk. There was a hospital.
Right.
So when they threw out toys, broken toys, what the children played with in the hospital.
Right.
So we picked them up and we brought them home and we fixed them up and we played with them. I'm telling you, we were a very poor family, but we were happy.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you remember, like, getting together at a meal where your mother served all 9 people? That's quite a thing to serve 9 people.
Oh, yeah, my mother was a hard-working woman, and beside that, she worked on shirts for people, for customers. But imagine, she must have been very strong, because she was 96 years old when she died.
Right.
So all these years she worked very hard.
Sure. Making dinner for 9 people every night.
Yeah, that didn't mean a thing.
Now what about school? You went to school. What were you speaking now? Romanian and Yiddish, I would assume.
Yeah, but I started kindergarten, the 1st grade on Stanton Street. PS 91. I remember when I went to that school.
Right.
But I went only till the 7th grade.
And what language did you speak in kindergarten when you were there?
Well, we learned English.
Eventually.
Of course we learned English. The minute we came to America, went to school, they taught us English. Sure.
Well, and what did you speak in your house?
Jewish.
You spoke Yiddish.
And Romanian. In fact, we have a few Romanian waitresses here. I remember a few words in Romanian, and we talk here.
So you still remember.
Sure.
So you spoke Romanian and Yiddish in the house.
Yeah. But the day of my 14 years, I took my working papers out.
Right.
Because as soon as anybody reached 14, we had to go to work.
What was your job like? What was your job
like? By millinery, I worked.
With hats?
Yeah, by hats, a trimmer. And I got $1.50 a week for 40 hours.
At 14
And we walked, nobody rode.
Right.
So who knows how many blocks I had to walk to the shop.
Now this is in 1917, so this must be the First World War when you were 14.
Oh, sure, the First World War.
Right.
In fact, the grandpa was in the First World War.
When did you meet your husband, my grandfather?
When I was 15 years old.
So you met him just about 1918.
Yeah, I met him when I was 15 years old.
Right.
In fact, you know, he had a brother that I met. I don't know how we met. We went to a library. So that's where we met. We had a university settlement house. We used to go there, we'd play games, we'd read. And I don't know how it came about that we met around there.
In the library. When
Yeah.
his brother was what? His name was Maya, so his brother was what?
Sigmund.
Sigmund. I
Yeah.
remember Sigmund.
And
he introduced you to his brother,
his
Maya.
brother, to Maya.
Right.
And that's how we got acquainted.
Right.
And we went, you know how long we kept company?
No.
7 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you remember him taking you out on dates? Was he romantic? Did he take you out to eat? Did he buy you presents?
No, well, he was from a poor house too, so we went to a movie, two
Right.
for a nickel. We went in. But we didn't mind it. We took a walk on the bridge,
Right.
Williamsburg Bridge,
Right.
because we lived on the east side. We were happy what we did.
Right. And what language were you speaking with him? Would
I
you
don't
speak to him in
remember.
English or Yiddish?
Maybe I spoke English already then, going to school.
Oh,
Oh
sure.
no, going to school, of course I spoke.
So
Sure,
you
I
used
was
to spoke
15
to him
years
in-
when I met him.
Right.
Sure, so I spoke
Right.
English already.
Now a
You
little bit
spoke
about him.
English?
He was from Romania too.
Yeah,
What town was he from?
I have no idea.
Oh, really?
But his father was a tailor
Right.
and made a living
What was his
in the
father's
house.
name? His father's name was what?
I don't remember what
And his mother's name?
I don't remember their first names.
Do you remember meeting them though?
Oh, sure, we went to the house there.
Right, after 7 years, you must have gone there very often.
That's right. And then we got married.
Did you get along with his parents, with your Makatenas?
Very, very nice
Yeah.
people. Very nice people.
Right,
I know we were very poor, but we were happy.
right.
We were satisfied with everything.
And besides going to the Williamsburg Bridge, going for a walk, would you ever walk uptown like to 34th Street or
No,
Macy's?
no,
You
that-
stayed all
we
in
used-
the Lower East
we
Side.
used to take a long lunch
Right,
and a rope.
right,
Jackson Marble we used to play.
right.
Sure, with friends. We used to get some, you know.
And where would you go? Would you
friends.
go to, which park would you go to? I mean, where would you go on Stanley?
There was a park, but mainly we went on the Williamsburg Bridge
Right.
and we walked. I don't remember how many blocks, but we walked.
Well, when you got to the other side, you were in Brooklyn.
No, not in Brooklyn. We went halfway.
Oh.
Oh, we didn't go across. Of course not. We just went to the beginning.
Right.
And then we sat down and we ate and we jumped rope and then we came home.
Right.
And that's how we lived all our, our life.
So you lived at home then while you were working at 14 years old until, and at Grandpa you met at 15, then you were well...
In 7 years I went, 21 I was when I got married.
Did you live at home up until the time you were 21?
Of course.
So you lived with your family, with your,
Yeah.
with your
Yeah,
mother
then
and
when
father?
we got married, we got, I don't know, 2 rooms or 3 rooms or
Right.
something like that.
Where?
On, I don't remember the street already.
But it was in the neighborhood, in the
In
Lower
the
East
Eldridge
Side.
Street, around the neighborhood, I don't remember what street.
Remember where you were married? What synagogue?
Wait a minute, I think we lived in Brooklyn when I got married.
You moved to Brooklyn.
That's right, we moved to Brooklyn when I was married.
Do you remember your wedding day at all?
Yeah, we went in the synagogue.
Do you remember which synagogue?
Yes, no, how can I remember? No,
You remember a lot of things.
I remember, and there was a rabbi.
Uh-huh. Was there a chuffer, and did Grandpa break the glass and everything?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah, we had a nice little wedding.
Did you have an affair afterwards? Was there food and things like that? Or
No,
dancing
those
with a band?
years.
No.
No. We didn't have that. We were too poor for that.
But you had a little celebration.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And your parents came.
You know, I'll tell you the truth, my heart don't let me talk too much.
Oh, okay.
I got a pressure on my chest.
Right now.
Yeah.
All right. Want to stop the camera then?
Yeah, you see, I didn't.
Okay, take a break.
You know, I didn't think of it.